Wyatt Frazier, Richard, I am working right now. Okay. Maybe you should be focusing on work. It's okay if you just listen. Sure, somebody else will show up in a minute. Michael Mills, make a cold, frosty beverage. Well, it's not frosty, but I do have a beverage. Though I can't grip anything with my right hand right now. Wyatt Frazier, I am a veterinarian assistant and we are in the middle of an operation. Well, then, shut the F up and pay attention, Wyatt. Oh. And I don't appreciate this. Excess company, here's the pitch, slow and straight. All I have to do is swing and I'm a hero. But I'm a zero. Hungry nights, once again, oh, this is getting unbelievable. Michael, I only use frosty glasses in a different video. Different kind of video. Wyatt Frazier, Richard, we just lost a perfectly good Budgie. Could you keep your live stream to the evening? No. Your negligence is not my responsibility. Not that there are a lot of people in this live stream. No, Wyatt, you're not my number one fan. That's Mike. Mike gives me money. I will say this, though. My favorite author's website is down. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I mean, not the worst thing that's going to happen to me today, but Marina Woyakika Achieve. I'm your number one non-paying fan. Okay. Nico Vlad, what's up, dude? Do svidanya, Nico. My eldest cat is slowly dying in the other room. My foot is. The wound on my foot is rather moist, and I'm trying to dry it out. And my hand is so swollen I can't make a fist. That's how it's going. One of those days, you know. Billy Squatch, pull out that booger. Wyatt is once again being weird. Buffalo Brando, what you know about Sasquatch? Not much really. They're big, they're hairy. Kind of remind me of my sister, only, not as fat. Wyatt Frazier, I've been here since day one. Day one was like 10 years ago, dude. Nico Vlad. Dang, dude. Least you have a good set of hair and beautiful eyes. My hair is a little on the thin side, to be honest with you. It's not as bad as it was. I mean, I was at a place that was very stressful and my hair fell out. But I mean, it's on the one hand, I appear to be indestructible. On the other hand, I get these annoying injuries. Buffalo Brando, what you know about what? Wyatt Frazier, I've been here since day one. Nico, okay. Buffalo Brando, low. Low. Low, 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 low. Yeah, I was on a Clint Gage's live today, and I mentioned that my sister told me that I sound like a greeting card, and he goes, dude, if you wrote a greeting card, it would sound like Droopy Dog, because I'm depressed. I'm very low energy, And it is one of those things about being a YouTuber. Is YouTubers tend to be like, oh, I'm so happy. I've got a lot of energy, and I run around. I'm so happy. I'm gonna make you happy. I'm gonna see things. It's like, yeah, dude, shut up. Sometimes you gotta feel the pain. Adam S., happy Friday. Said hi. Adam S., Richard, are you handsome guy? You can find a wife. It's not too late. No, it's not too late. There are a few candidates, to be completely honest with you, but my thumb is like way swollen. Look at that. There's the wound for all of you to see. Adam S., a good woman can cure depression. Yes, I generally imagine it's hard to be depressed when you're having sex. Palumbo de Lumbo, don't wait till 60, lol. Haha, Allah, hello, Nico Vlad, you remember me if the alien from Invincible. Well, you remind me of the alien from Invincible. I remind you of the dude with one eye. Or did he have one eye? No, this is Earth. Alan the alien. Yes, he has one eye. Lion 2. Why so early? Look, I'm banged up real good right now. Okay? It's hard for me to drive. I'm debating whether I'm going to take a second day off work. So, yeah, if I'm not going to work tonight, I'm going straight to bed. And if I am going to work tonight, then I'm going to get home at 2:30 at best, and I'm going to feel terrible, and I'm not going to want to do this. So, doing this early to see if I can just knock it out. Adam S., what happened? I cracked my toenail. My cat bit me and my hand is swollen. And now my cat is old and going to die. So I'm just having a bad day. Happens to all of us. It's weird how squishy my hand feels. You know, what is apparently happening is the defense systems of my body are invading my hand. What night? I was trying to cut my rotten toenail and you kept rubbing on me. He means well. He really does. Knight's like, no, I love you. I'm going, Knight, that's not helping right now. But I love you. But that's not helping right now. But I love you. Ow, this hurts. Oh my god, my nail split. It's like hanging off. I'm gonna have to ask my boss if I can go to work in the sandals. Nico Vlad, he's chillin' strong, but always getting into strange situations. I'm going to bed, mate. It's 3 a.m. and I'm done talking. Okay. Adam S., I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe letting some tears flow will help. I'll cry enough when he dies, dude. Stone Papa Smurf, I put the chrome on the Benz. Rockin'. Sheikah Spear, Peter Griffin. Oh, that's the first Peter Griffin of the day. Congratulations. You get our Dumbass Award. Stone Papa Smurf, thoughts on new Kanye song about Hitler. Haven't listened to it and don't care. You know, in the Gaza Strip, they keep finding copies of Mein Kampf. And translated into Arabic, of course. And, you know, it's like, I don't really know if that's all that big of a thing. Chill Guy says hi. El Pistofo, hey dude. But you know, it's not the Gazans reading Mein Kampf that bothers me. It's the Gazans breaching the Israeli border, raping and murdering and lighting things on fire. That's what bothers me. To be fair, they can read whatever they want to. It's the killing my people that bothers me. Solaris, sorry, Rich, I missed the last stream. Dude, your life does not revolve around me, Solaris. You can always watch it again, or watch it as posted. I'll probably get more commercial views that way. I don't know why people even like these streams. I don't get it myself. Sheikah Spear. Moment ago, I was just Sheikah Spear. Now I'm the proud Dumbass Award winner, Sheikah Spear. Indeed. El Pistafo, how's the toe? It doesn't hurt, but it feels weird. And it's oozing stuff. Friendly Patel, what's up? Stone Papa Smurf, the Gentiles don't read. Some of them do. Sheikah Spear, Solaris, you missed a lot. Adam S., you're a good guy, Richard. You deserve best life. Does anybody deserve a bad life? Maybe my sister. I mean, what is the best life, really? Turd Burglar, you got another shout out on NLO this week. What's NLO? El Pistafo, people like the stream because of your personality. Again, people like to hear me complain. I don't know what's up with that. This feels weird. I mean, you could tell just how swollen it is, but it's like, the thumb itself is very, very sensitive to touch right now. And like, if I touch it here, I can feel pain, but I just feel pressure like up here. But I mean, can't close my fist. So it's like I can't grip a doorknob. Solaris, what's the picture today? Friendly Patel, did you draw that? Turd burglar, nobody likes onions. This is a bush. It is a super saturated image of a bush with yellow flowers. Solaris, I do like onions powder on my burgers, though. El Pistafo, you don't complain. And a lot of videos I complain. Fern, nothing wrong with complaining. You gotta speak your mind at times. I agree. Yes. One of the things that happened in college, I remember I was listening to this one woman talking to one of the professors and saying about all the things that were wrong. And he's like, well, I could set you up with an appointment with the department chair. And I was like, dude, let her complain. She wants to complain, let her complain. She pays thousands of dollars to put up with your nonsense. You could at least put up with hers. El Pistafo, toe is oozing? Indeed, toe is oozing. Hurts a little bit right now. Sheiky Spear, would you let a stranger bully your sister? Bully? Sheikah, if a stranger tried to bully my sister, she would rape him. Utterly. He'd be bleeding out his ass for days. Stone Papa Smurf, did you see the Pope is American? Yes, I did see that. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really have much of a feeling about that. It's the Pope, I mean... Turd burglar! Mine always gets swollen when I watch your streams. Your thumb? Caveman out the east. Rich dollars, what's up, broski? My hand is swollen. Look at that thumb. It sticks out like a sore thumb. There are also minor cuts and scrapes. Friendly Patel, is it dark outside? No. You can see Storm in the background. There. Oh, Fern, I never enrolled in college, but I've been there. Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, everyone was like, college, 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 college. And I got to college and it sucked. And then when I got out of college, it was like, yeah, there aren't any jobs left. El Pistafo, you should go to the doctor for hand and foot blood infection. Yeah, maybe. Fern, put some ice on it. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Maybe giving like a gel pack or something. Solaris, how'd you get it swollen? My cat bit me. He was just absolutely crawling with fleas, so I washed him and he bit me. Caveman out the east, which one of the felines did that to your hand, and why? Caramel did it to my hand. I was washing him. My hand apparently got into his mouth and he just started chewing. Turd burglar, hello, darkness, my old friend. Friendly Patel, that's why it's dark all the time. Blythe, did you discipline cat? No, why would I do that? You didn't mean it. he's not all there right now. Look, Caramel is an elderly cat. He is effectively dying of old age. Okay? He was covered in fleas because he's anemic. His systems have shut down. He will probably be dead by the time I come home. Maybe I shouldn't have put him through the trauma of a wash. I don't know. Fern, you have many scars from cats. Yes, I do. I own too many of them. Friendly Patel, the cat is dying. Yes, he's old. Old cats die. One of the things you learn to deal with in life is death. Okay? I mean, I think I lost my first pet when I was 5, and that's the first one I remember. Died right in front of me. Okay, you know. I didn't cry for some reason. I don't know why. Then my mom died. I didn't cry for some reason. I don't know why. Then my cat died. She was like 25. I cried like a child. My brother cried like a child. But, you know, I've kind of gotten used to death. I'm one of those people that prefers to cry when I'm alone, I guess. And, I mean, you know, I guess it's kind of silly of me, but I do cry often enough. You know, but thinking of the news, thinking of the terrible things happening in the world, that's what really bums me out. I mean, my Caramel, he has a heart defect. He never should have lived this long. Shakespeare, don't you have a day job, or are you not able to do any due to any issues? I have a evening job. I will be at work at 3 o'clock today, assuming they let me show up in a sandal because of my foot. Solaris, that is unfortunate. Yeah, life sucks. Fern, I have 5 and maybe 3 on the way. Fern, I'm sorry for your loss. I appreciate that, but you know, look. I'm so used to pain, it's like an old friend. You know. Friendly Patel, that's sad, yeah. Look, you know, my mother died, and my aunt said some people feel a great sense of relief because she was having a really terrible time with cancer. Blythe, what is your profession, sir? I am a butcher. I am a security officer. And, you know, she was dying of cancer, and it sucked because cancer sucks. And my aunt's like, you know, some people feel this incredible sense of relief. And I was like, you know, my mother is no longer in pain. What's wrong with that? She lived a hard life. She died a hard death. And, you know, she has the right to rest. My father, on the other hand, well, he hated me. Really did. And I don't think he admitted it to himself how much he hated me. But, you know, there eventually came a point where I felt I was so rejected that I was just like, okay, you've disowned me. You can no longer be a part of my life. And he kept saying things, at least to my brother and sister, that would get back to me that were very painful. I mean, I remember there was one time he said, "Tell Richard that whatever I've done, I'm sorry." It's like, okay, jackass, you have a phone. Call me and say, "Richard, why are you upset with me?" If you don't know. That's how you have that conversation. Friendly Patel, imagine that pain he felt. Again, dude hated me. I don't know. Fern, cancer sucks. Your aunt survived it, but I heard it's coming back. No, my aunt did not survive cancer. My mother survived cancer. She had 3 remissions before passing away. Fern, stay positive minded. I feel your pain. Don't feel my pain, Fern. That doesn't help anything. I'm in enough pain for the both of us, both physically and mentally. I mean, the swollen hand really sucks. It looked like something out of a horror movie. The Ucha clan killer. Hi, what's problem? Well, my country's being run by a sunburnt butthole. The economy is bad, and many of the people I call my own are at war. Fern, my bad. Yeah, Fern, I mean, be positive. You're gonna drink one for me. Well, that's cool. I mean, like I say, when it comes to the dead, let's celebrate life, not wallow in death. We have a saying amongst my people: leave the dead in the ground. Solaris, I thought it was just your thumb that was swollen, but it's your whole hand? Yeah, I can't close my fingers. See, like here's the regular hand. You can see that one hand is considerably larger than the other. The Ucha clan killer. Which country you belong to? I am an American. On my father's side, I am predominantly Irish, but I do have a root in Ukraine. And on my mother's side, I'm Jewish. Fern, dang. I see them scars. Yeah, I mean, I'm a slow healer. It's part of the depression. Solaris, holy smoke. Rome Hiko. Anakoja Koyotka. Yo, what's up? And she gave me $11. Thank you. VM, hello. Richard, did you receive my package? Not yet, VM. Solaris, all that from a cat, not a cat. Multiple cats. The swelling is likely the result of one cat. Fern, depression is horrible, yeah. I suffered depression so bad at one point in my life that it nearly caused my heart to just stop beating. Um, you know. Shriek's beard. No dogs? No dogs, not currently. I had 2 dogs. My neighbor poisoned them both. He's roasting in hell, though, so you know. T2, my man Chris Farley is back. Oh, that's funny. Haven't heard that one today. I mean, Sharika there called me Peter Griffin, but Chris Farley, you know. Anakoya Coyote, what food you like the most? I'll go try. I'm a pizza guy. Gotta love the pizza. You're hungry as hell. Okay. Chad Bailey, Rich, eat an all-you-can-eat buffet or run a marathon for a cause. If I could, I would run a marathon just to run it. All-you-can-eat buffets have crappy food. Eric Sachs, today's picture looks like some purple strain Mary Jane. I could see that. would be the more conical as opposed to the leafy. Fern, he's trying to make you laugh. Uh, yeah, I don't laugh much. That's actually common amongst Ukrainians. They don't laugh much. VM, do you remember straw rat poison in yard or something? How he poisoned your dogs? VM, this guy was a good friend of mine. And, you know, this random dog showed up in my neighborhood. He was this big Labrador, and he had been used as a bait animal. He'd been very badly abused. So I adopted him, and this neighbor of mine decided I didn't have a right to adopt him. Well, he worked at the VA, and he knew poison. So what it was, he spent more time in my backyard than he spent in his own, and he poisoned dog biscuits and slowly poisoned my animals. T2, it's meant as a compliment. Yes, you're calling me a different fat person. What was so wonderful about Chris Farley, you tell me? He made people laugh, but he did so with cocaine. Fern, that's awesome, even though rough times. You know, people say I have a big heart. Chad Bailey. Info. Or Limfo. Attica Kota. This live is amazing and funny. Okay. Let's see how you go. I can't hear you guys laughing. Maybe you should say hello a little more often. Hey, first of all, Richard, did you eat today? I am bouncing between streams. I had chimichangas. You see, I can eat them with one hand. So I went to the store and got chimichangas. Oh, Fern, come on, Rich. We want to see a smile or laugh. Dorothy Dennis. Hello, Richard. How has your day been? Why do people keep asking that? I don't have any non-depressing answers. And you know, that's one thing. At work, when people ask me that, I say it's another day in paradise. VM, WTF, that's deplorable. Okay, dude, you have no idea how shitty my neighbors are. Like, the guy the guy next to me, you know, he used to be a big Hollywood guy. He, designed one of the Jurassic Park movies. And he owns a bar now. You know, he used to pick on my brother when he was in high school. Now, I don't even like my brother, but it's like, here's the question. Was he picking on my brother because he's disabled or because he's white? Dude's a Latino. And it's like, it doesn't really matter. Either one would be a hate crime. But, you know, it's like this guy used to thump his music so loud you could hear it 2 houses down. And he's all pissed off about the fact that my brother told him he couldn't do that anymore because my brother, being a schizophrenic, had very sensitive ears. It's like, you know, dude, maybe if you weren't a dick, my brother would have tolerated you better, but you are a dick. And I mean, I don't care if this guy did this in high school. He committed a hate crime against my family. And he should still apologize. You know? VM, did you take action against your neighbor? My neighbor was friends with the local animal control, so there's nothing I can do. You know, that's the thing. This guy could kill anybody's animal. I mean, animal control actually. Somebody reported seeing somebody shoot a dog, okay, with a gun, And animal control said, unless you have video, we're not pressing charges. So our local animal control is useless. All they're there to do is take your money. Solaris, that's insane. Yeah. Dude was crazy. He had this dichondra lawn, which is a type of grass. He'd go out every morning weeding his lawn, right? And he'd have his ass hanging out. And be like, dude, you can't have your freaking ass hanging out. And he's like, it's my hips. I was like, no, it's not your hips. It's your ass. It's hanging out. We don't want to see your ass, old man. And I actually went and I bought him undershirts. And I said, here are some undershirts. Don't have your ass hanging out anymore. And he wouldn't wear them because he said they were too nice. El Pistofo was laughing. So I got the undershirts also for me. So when my undershirts had holes in them, I gave them to his I gave them the holy undershirts. Said, here, now you have no excuse. So then I talked to his wife, and I said, I gave Ken 6 old beat-up undershirts. She goes, why would you tell me that? I go, because he said you're the reason he's not wearing the undershirts. And she goes, that's horse shit. But as I might point out, he died, his wife died, and his son died. Karma. Turd Burger. Balls are no balls on your futa. Kel Prince, cheer up, Charlie. Fun, no worries, buddy. Just stay strong-minded. I believe in you. If what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, I could easily move the world. Blythe, do you enjoy sushi, sir? No, I do not. El Pistofo, karma is real. Tricks Mania. Hey, bro, you look good today. Get your eyes checked. My hair styled itself. T2, sorry he commented a hate crime against your family. I hope he was found accountable. No. He was not. I mean, look. Harassing someone because they're disabled is a hate crime. Harassing someone because of their ethnicity is a hate crime. These are hate crimes that happen every day, but they're not felonies. VM, this is why I left California in the 80s. Yes, there's plenty of fuck out here. Everyone's an a-hole. Doherty Dennis, let us see a day in the life of Richard Leland Neal. Wouldn't tell you much. T2, way up here near Boston. I like it here. Lived in Burbank, California for a while. I couldn't wait to get back to New England. Yeah, well. It is Burbank. El Pistafo, hairstyle is self. Lol. Yes, it does that. T2, my female friend ate sushi yesterday and got a tapeworm. I stick to burgers, yeah. There was a dude that had a 5-foot tapeworm up his rear. Chad Bailey, harassing big people is a hate crime too. Some haters here. BM, did your father drink like a fish perchance? He drank a lot more when he was married to my mother. He was something of an alcoholic, but he was a functional... I mean, look, my old man, when he was young, he used to get drunk and get into fistfights and hurt people. What he did. Later in life, he didn't drink as much, probably because his doctor said you're killing your liver. Yeah, I mean, he drank. Solaris, why would you eat raw fish every day? I don't understand eating raw fish at all. Shechintha Madumag, can a Muslim marry a Christian? Um, happens all the time. In fact, many Christians are married to Muslims against their will in Africa. Solaris, what's wrong with having different religions? Nothing. The taboo against different religions is a Christian concept. Well, it's not a Jewish concept. We Jews believe that we're Jews. We don't want to convert you. We don't care. Go not be a Jew all you want. Calprince, can you state Trump description on his Grindr profile? I'm 217 pounds, 6'3". I have incredible abs. You wouldn't believe my abs. My abs are just like so wonderful. My posture is great. Everybody loves me. And I have a full head of luscious hair. Just my hair is wonderful. Everybody compliments me on my hair. They say how great my hair is. I could pass for a young Boris Johnson. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Happy Friday. VM, sushi is the most overrated dish on earth. The only way I eat even a California roll is if I'm absolutely famished. Yeah, I mean, sushi refers to the bitter rice, though. Sashimi is the fish. Solaris, Rich, you're a jewel. Emerald or ruby? Emerald. Cal Prince, that's great, Rich. Shekintha, would you feel guilty if you were me? She's a Muslim I'm dating. No? I mean, people are people when you get down to it. We all bleed red. You know, I've dated women from many different religions, okay? Mostly Christians, but many different. I've dated Buddhists and Muslims and such. Not like devout ones, but you know. But you know, understand something here is that we all just need to fit together in this world. You know, we are broken things. Humans are broken things, and it's our broken pieces that have us fit together. You know, you talk about, um, you know, bachelors and such. These people are so whole. They don't have their bits hanging out. That you know they don't really need other people. But you know, families can be whole, but human beings are by nature broken. Sachintha, thank you. Your opinion, Richard. I hope females will understand. Families will understand. Yeah, well, let's hope. Chad Bailey, people are butt heads in general, just some more than others. Yeah. Solaris, if there is a cat emoji, why is there no dog emoji? Huh? Spadonia Adams, did the fleas bite your ankles and wrists last night? No, they didn't. Valentine! Anakoja, Richard, is putting ketchup on pizza a crime? No. Um, Chad Bailey, caramel update. He is dying. He's in the other room. He's fading away. And Valentine won't shut up. So one of the things about having my animals in my streams is that, it's like Bear. I loved Bear. Bear was wonderful. But then he disappeared, and I don't know what happened to him. And now I see videos with him in them, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Solaris, ketchup on pizza is a crime. It's just looked down upon because it's just running the culture of it. Never really heard of ketchup on pizza. I've heard of like ranch on pizza. I'm more of a I prefer my pizza simple guy. Shakia, does Judaism see others as lower? I would say that certain sects of Judaism probably do. I mean, it's generally speaking, I never really thought about it that way. I mean, I'm a Jew, they're Christians. Christians do what Christians do. It's, I have to admit, you have to understand, being a Jew meant something very different back in the day. It meant that you had to be able to read. You had to be able to, Valentine! Sakintha, cats make those noises when they're hungry. Not Valentine. Anakoja, that shut up is hilarious. You think that's hilarious. I had this Doberman Pinscher, okay? My old man really abused the dog, okay? So it wound up being my sister's dog, which meant it was my brother's dog, which meant it was my problem. And the dang thing came and its skin was rotting off, it was really in bad shape. So I cleaned it up, but it was emotionally scarred. So it would cry all the time. And it would just be this he did this thing with his tongue. And I had such trouble getting him to stop crying. One day I came home from college and I had read about horny goat weed, which is a thing that apparently makes goats horny. And I just screamed at him. I said, "Horny goat weed!" And he stopped screaming. And ever since that day, when he would cry, I would scream "horny goat weed" at him, and he would stop screaming. There was actually one time I was in my house and my friends were coming to pick me up to go somewhere. And we were all about to walk out. And the dog just goes, and I go, "Horny goat weed!" And everybody just starts busting up. Spondonia Adams, my cats make that noise when they want to bang. Yes, that's Valentine. He has a heart on his nose, but he also wants to bang. Anakoja, what do you think about Adolf Hitler? Evil in human form? Hitler was one screwed up dude. Spadonia Adams, it's heat typically. Animals like to spring to get their action on, lol, yeah. Delete. What's your favorite color? Green. DM, haha. T2, crazy about your dog. I had two loving parents. He said dog, yeah. Anakoja, Richard, you're an amazing actor and you made my laugh my ass off. When did you see me act? Oh, the voices, okay. Sachintha, hey, Sheki, Judaism has nothing to do with other religions. Well, it's an Abrahamic religion. Solaris, Wish my house was as haunted by horny. Okay. Sichenthi, that was damn great acting, man. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. VM, if you could bring a celebrity back from the dead, who would you resurrect? It it depends. I mean, probably Robin Williams because he died young, or maybe Jim Henson. I think I'd rather because I mean Robin Williams. I don't know. I mean, could we treat him for what he had? Because he had a problem that made him commit suicide. And he was an awesome dude. I mean, when you read about Robin Williams, it was in his contract that every movie he worked on had to hire at least 10 homeless people. And, you know, 10 homeless people isn't a lot, but when you think about how much money gets thrown around in Hollywood, VM, or Eniko, Anakoji, do you play video games? Not really. VM, also, which historical figure as well? Yeah, he had low body dementia or something in it. Cal Prince. Robin Williams had depression. He had the the autopsy revealed something in his brain. Solaris, Rich, do you have bling or are you not? I'm not rich. Syntha, was line at the drive-through video scripted? What? I don't know what you mean. Chikozo O, Richard, good morning, bro. Anacodia, do you know G's James? If you know him, do you like him? No, I don't. Which historical figure becomes much more difficult because it's like, um, there's so many choices there. Like Einstein led a good life. I don't know if bringing him back would be of value. I mean, because he would still be old and still be dead. But like Anne Frank, for example, you know, that would probably be a good thing. But it's like the question becomes with historical figures, you know, like why do you want to bring someone back? Because like if we could bring Shakespeare back, for example, we'd learn a lot. But I mean, do you bring someone back to counter tragedy or do you bring someone back because of their value? It's like Robin Williams, he probably would have brought a lot more joy in the world had he lived longer. So when you talk about historic figures, it's like, like it would be cool if you brought back Galileo or, Da Vinci. But what contribution would they make to today? That's that question. So historical figures, like, and even if you could bring them back, it's like, you got to find somebody who was young, who had a contribution left to give. Give them a second chance. Anakolja, do you know? Or read that one. T2 in 2005 Auschwitz tour, very amazing and chilling at the same time. Yeah, I mean, one of the things I say is, you know what they've done to the weak among my people? The Nazis salted their walkways with our ashes. Valentine! Delete. Do you have a wife? No. Sichintha, I asked whether it was planning or are you naturally speaking? again, I don't know what you mean by. I mean, what was planned? Uh, like the conversation about the dog. You know, I've told that anecdote more than once, but not in the last 10 years. But I've told it more than once. You know, I'm not writing material for these things. T2, my celebrity brought back John Lennon. I big Beatles dude. Yeah, that's a good one there, John Lennon. Psych. Hi, Richard. What's up, Psych? Solaris. Square or one? Or square one. Okay. DM. I'd bring back Bobby Kennedy. Maybe his namesake would be a nimwit. He'd been alive longer. Why not bring back John F? Rabini, are you Sigma? Why do people keep asking me that? Chikazo, T2, the must have been a great experience seeing the great ovens used to cook. Turdburger is laughing. Cal Prince, private businesses have been cryogenically storing people more than these days. Eh? I mean, cryogenics, I don't think is much of a thing. There was a story in the news. There was one town that has frozen dead guy days because they have somebody cryogenically frozen. But the thing is that they were actually buried before they were cryogenically frozen, and the freezer has stopped working several times. Here I've drinking all my water. We're pretty much, I mean, I try to do these for an hour. So we're pretty much at the end. T2, I seen the trans route haunting. Or trains route, yeah. But understand something, T2. You know, it's like we call it the Holocaust. And it's like, you guys have no effing clue how many Holocausts there have been. Solaris, haha, no more hydration. Yeah. Eugenio Capello, fool, homosexual. We don't need to hear about your habits there. You want to be gay? Go be gay. It doesn't matter to this stream. It's irrelevant data. Solaris, this makes you thirsty, Rich? Solaris, I'm a diabetic. We do a lot of drinking. Fluids. And, you know, the thing about the hand here is it actually is very difficult for me to prepare my teas, my bitter Bellengord steeps. Pishi, are you on insulin? No, I'm not. I am mildly diabetic, type 2. And it's like when I first became diabetic, I had to urinate all the time. And now I do have to watch my sugar intake, but I'm not on medication as present. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I did a live stream where I filled this up with soda. It was a lower calorie soda, but it was soda nonetheless. And, you know, I drank it. And after I drank it, I had to urinate a lot. But, so I prepare the steep of bitter melon gourd, which bitter melon gourd has an insulin-adjacent molecule in it, which quells my my condition. Although, you know, the hand thing is probably exacerbated by the diabetes. T2, haha, I love his comeback about homosexuality, quick wit. Look, I don't know why Eugenio is declaring himself a homosexual, but he's basically going, look, I'm gay. Everybody, I'm gay. See how gay I am. that's what's going on. Straight people don't go around accusing other people of gayness. It's not how that works. Gay people are like, wait, are you gay? Because I mean, I'm gay and we can gay together. Had that happen to me many times where gay men were like, oh, are you awesome? Please pound my hiney. Richard, or VM, Rich, my package was delivered yesterday. Are you sure you didn't receive it? Please don't tell me one of your neighbors committed porch theft. Ah. Okay, dude, give me a minute. Let me check. Oh. Okay, two packages that may be the one in question. Let's see what's in here. Flea spray. I'm assuming you did not send me flea spray. Why? Okay, there are the spray nozzles. And this also arrived yesterday. This is not easy with one hand, by the way, VM. Victor E. Frank. Man's Search for Meaning. This what you're talking about? Cover's torn. Man's Search for Meaning. A gift. Hey Rich, I saw your video and wanted to send something meaningful. Frank's words have held many through tough times. As a writer, a proud Jew, and deep thinker, I thought his message might resonate with you. From VM. So yes, VM bought me a book. Thank you, VM. VM, of course, Mr. Neal, yes. Yeah, that ain't mine. There's probably Mike. No, this, I ordered this. You don't know, you don't know what, if it's from a fan or not till you open it, is the thing. And yeah, fleas are a big issue right now. Solaris, package unboxing video? Yeah, it takes me like a month sometimes to edit videos. Cade, one day my Matatushi, I don't know who on these lines for the family tree in the middle of those Holy Bible blank space by Taylor Swift. Yes, very enlightening. T2, always use scissors for Amazon stuff. Solaris, how many books have you now? Well, in the last month I've gotten 4 of them. I'm literally surrounded by books, of course. El Pistofo, very nice, VM. Indeed, thank you, VM. I shall enjoy that. VM, thank you, El Pistofo. And now you guys are getting romantic. El Pistofo, Richard, how much pain are you in? It hurts when I move it. Tristan Smith gave me $5. Have a good day, buddy. What's up, Tristan? So, Tristan, you're new to the stream. We'll just say I cracked my toe, split my toenail. It's oozing goo. My hand is swollen because my eldest cat chomped down on it while I was bathing him. And he is dying a slow and painful death. So, yeah. I'm having a crappy day, but, you know, seeing you does make me feel better. El Pistofo, I think time for emergency room. No. I mean, it's not red enough. It's definitely redder than the other digit, but you know, what they're going to do is give me some painkillers and maybe some antibiotics and send me on my way. So, not paying that much money for that. Tristan, does your job provide health care? No, it does not. Solaris, hey Rich, I have to go. Take care, and I hope you feel better. Yeah, dude. Thank you. El Pistofo, yes. You should go before it gets worse. It's probably going to get better. I mean, to be completely honest with you, El Pistofo, there is a medic at my work for the events, and I will ask him if he thinks it requires an emergency room visit. Chica Z.O. Let her Richard feel be etter, homie. Yeah. Cal Prince. I had presumption that Solaris is a woman. What would give you that impression? Yeah, I'm just seeing animated stuff on Solaris' channel, so can't tell. And it doesn't appear to have sound. Luke Oakley, hey Rich, how are you? Hope you're swell. I'm okay. I got one functional hand, one functional foot. If I were a ninja, I could still kill you. El Pistofo, okay, my friend. We'll pray for healing. That's good. Cal Prince, isn't Solaris a woman's name? Solaris? No? El Pistofo, caramel meow. VM, when was the last time you watched a movie in theaters? Too long ago. Really don't have time for theaters nowadays. I mean, I could go on a Monday, I guess. Stacy Lee, Kiss. You know, one of the things they say to do with swelling is add pressure, but I don't know if that's the right thing for an injury. El Pistafo, I watched Cocaine Bear at theaters. Cocaine Bear was fun. Stormy, what are you doing? Stormy, sweetheart, what are you doing? VM, was the Ray Liotta last movie? I believe it is considered his last film. He may have appeared in something else post-mortemly, but I believe it was considered Ray Liotta's last film. Great actor, by the way, yeah. El Pistafo, Tail! Mike, hello, Richard. What's up, Mike? My hand is still swollen and it feels weird. VM, you a big Nero fan? Oh, De Niro fan? No, not a big De Niro. Not a big anybody fan, really. I mean, I would say the biggest fan I ever was of anyone was Patrick Stewart, and then he made Picard, and I heard that was terrible. So, what are you doing, Stormy? Kel Prince, I'm teleworking from home today. My manager is super annoying. I can't stand her. Ugh. Yeah. El Pistafo, fuzzy ears. Yes. Stormy. Yeah, but what made you a big fan of Stewart? Childhood nostalgia, or did you genuinely admire his acting? I loved him as Captain Picard, so I guess it was childhood nostalgia. He's an excellent actor, but I mean, he's kind of a one-trick pony, you know. El Pistafo, lol, Mike. Sweetheart, stop that. Why would do our own show, Mike and Richard Do America? Who would take care of my cats, though? Okay, guys, so this is an hour 15, and the chat is. There's 6 of you. There's 6 of you. El Pistafo, Robert Duvall? Anyway. Mike, yeah, I just got here. Sorry. Dude, your life doesn't revolve around me. You know? Although people have said this is a particularly funny stream, which is weird because, you know, they're just. If it's funny, why do I only have such a small number of people? Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Having trouble sleeping. Mike, have a good day. Yeah, thanks, bro. I mean, as I say, Mike, one hand is really swollen. El Pistafo, it's a great stream. You're unknown still, yeah. BM, see you, Rich. Take care. All right, guys. So yeah, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. I'm Richard.